Kick it, Danny.
That's how.
So my dad, while being on the phone with him, he first of all he was asking me what like albums we've done and stuff, and so I'm looking through this stuff, thinking about like what he might know. And so like he's asking like, oh, you done Prince yet? You done like Michael Jackson yet? I said no, not yet. And then so he was telling me what albums he thought like would be good for them. He's giving me all. He was like, okay, but what do they listen to? I was like, oh, they listen like a lot of them listen like rock, like some indie music, like and like it's a good mix, but they open to listen to a lot of stuff. He's like, okay, what kind? He's they listen like Nirvana. They listen to. I was like, we haven't listened to Nirvana yet. I don't know that. I don't know that they really listen to them. And so he just kept mentioning because he was like Led Zeppelin's good, like telling me all this other stuff, different rock
Green
groups.
Chick.
Bad rock.
He was like they like Green Day. I was like, I don't know if they like Green Day, Daddy.
I definitely listened to Nirvana before I listened.
The thing is, like, Nirvana and Green Day are like stuff I have heard before, and like it's not stuff I went out of my way to listen to.
You're not about to be like, yo,
American idiot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, yo, Nirvana.
Like, you're not gonna get the aux.
My jam.
You're not gonna get the aux and be like, yo,
you call Nirvana mid? That's
Nirvana's not mid. It's just like Nirvana's just like.
That's crazy.
Like
I'm not even like a big. I'm not even like a Nirvana fan or anything. But calling Nirvana mid is just like
so
untrue.
So he's going through all these things, telling me like stuff that's good. Meanwhile, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, you actually supposed to do it like tonight. It's like my turn. Like I'm telling him that. Like I'm
trying to hurry along.
Actually, I'm trying to get back to that.
I'm trying to plant the seeds. And he wasn't picking up what I was putting down.
We watched you walk away from the conversation.
But he was like, all right, y'all, you done Alicia Keys yet? I was like, no, I haven't done Alicia Keys. He was like, they listen to Alicia Keys. And I was like, they know about Alicia Keys. I don't think they really listen to music like that, though. And he was like, okay, what about Mary J. Blige? They got no Mary J. Blige. I was like, I don't think any of them know what Mary J. Blige, like who that is. And he was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? He said it in a joking way. But it was so... He's like, oh no. He's like, they got at least know 2 songs. You can't tell me they don't know 2 songs. I was like, I don't think they do, Daddy. I'm be real. He's like, fuck out of here. Don't know no damn Mary J. He said, shit, I'm gonna join the session myself. I was like, probably could. He was like, ain't doing no goddamn Mary Blige. The fuck is wrong with y'all? I was crying. That was the part that made me like, I gotta tell y'all, this is crazy. But he's asking me stuff. He's like, they listen to Maroon 5 or like Coldplay. I was like, no. No.
Oh, I think it was like, Coldplay. It was Coldplay that I meant to call mid.
Maroon 5. That's crazy.
I think it was Coldplay that I wanted to call mid, not Nirvana. I must have mixed up their names in my brain.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Now Coldplay definitely mid.
Coldplay did, yeah.
And then he was like, when I said no to both, he was like, yeah, like they not missing out on anything. I was laughing at that. And he brought up, funnily enough, I don't know if all of y'all know about this. I know a few of y'all do at least, that Swiss Beats Coldplay remix, that Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods. I gotta get that. He was the one who played it for me in the car.
I know. I remember you told me.
If he recommends that for us to
listen he was like, they didn't know about that. I was like, nah, they didn't. I had to show it to them. We were dying. We were dying for like a good 2 minutes because he was like, I thought everybody knew about that. I was like, Daddy, they had no clue.
No.
I was crying, but yeah, that's why. I'm sorry it took so long. But now we back. You heard? We in a bing bong. You know what I'm saying?
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Hey bro, look, I'm down.
What I do like is listening to Black Summer's Night by Maxwell. I could be taken wrong. Look, just know that the album is capitalized with the black.
I saw that. I went,
And so there's a reason behind that, which I'll get into. But yeah, this is Maxwell's 4th studio album, which we all listened to this week. And, this is an album that I grew up with personally. It's one of my favorites of Maxwell's. I'm actually debating either buying this album that we've listened to or another Luther Vandross album for my next vinyl. That's just a little interesting tidbit. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Maxwell albums, one that I grew up with, definitely. Both my mom and my dad had it when I first got anything Apple related. I made sure to put Maxwell on there because my mom had it in her iTunes account. But yeah, I'm curious to see what y'all thought. if y'all dug a little deeper into the lyrics of any of the songs, if y'all watched the documentary. I enjoyed this album, and I hope y'all did too. But let's just start off. Does anyone have any general thoughts about the album? Or you want to leave that towards the end?
I could start.
Okay, go ahead.
For general thoughts, this album came out 2010, 2009?
2009.
2009, right? It's like relatively new, which kind of hurts my soul to think about. It's relatively new.
That 2009 is not brand new.
Yeah, or new in comparison to what it sounds like, which is the first two parts. Which, if you watch the album, we've watched the documentary. There's 3 parts of the album, but the first two. Continue. Sorry.
No, I'll break that down later. You go ahead.
What I thought is the first two parts, it sounded a lot like the 70s, 80s R&B. Had that feel with the trumpets and like how they use the horns. This it gives me an old authentic vibe. You know what I'm saying? Even though it isn't. Really like this album.
Yeah. Fake authentic is a weird term, but I guess it's a real word.
I don't know if I consider it fake because he definitely had live bands with him.
Wait, fake authentic? I meant it felt authentic, not fake authentic. Sorry.
Oh, it felt authentic. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't mean fake authentic. I meant felt authentic, like real. Sorry,
no,
that came out weird.
No, you good. You good. Look, sometimes say things by mistake. It's okay. It's a little bit of a bad habit. Which is the first track in the album. Now, I'd like to hear y'all thoughts on the opening song. This is one of my personal favorites, but I'll let y'all talk
Maxwell has a bad habit of, I don't even know. This song.
Having good music?
Starts slow and then, funks it up. I think it's good. It's a good entry. Good intro. It's like you're waking up or something, but...
I forget which, because I watched the documentary. I forget which song he was talking about it. One of the things he said in the documentary was, I want this album to be like, you could put it on and then you could get it on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did say that.
Like, whatever.
Like some conception music.
Look, yeah, I picked this album for a reason, because, look, Maxwell's first album, Urban Sweet Hangout, that's some grown folk music, let me tell you.
Oh, God.
Look, all I'm going to say is, that was in my playlist. It still is, but I just haven't used it.
Grown folk experiences to share today. This is an adult album club meeting.
We're all adults.
Rated 18 plus.
18 plus, yeah. 30 kids, just tune off right now because you're not ready.
Turn
Not
this
ready.
off right now.
Look, if you under 18,
Get
don't listen.
here.
You're not going to understand.
You won't get
it. Safe.
Yeah, if you haven't had the talk yet, this is not the place to be getting this
Look, if
information.
you haven't had to talk, I'm not going to talk to you. Let me just put it like that.
I don't know Maxwell enough to be like, oh, this is my favorite song, or this song sucks. But Maxwell's just a name I recognize, and when I hear it, I'm like, yeah, Maxwell's good, but I don't remember why.
You could
I think,
be thinking of the audio company.
What?
This is like a company that makes like
No. It's definitely this Maxwell.
Oh, okay, the artist. Okay.
I've seen and listened around. I just don't actually have them in any lists. I made it sound like I'm the FBI or something, but I'm familiar with Maxwell the way I'm familiar with the Deli Aisle in Pathfinder.
Interesting.
I don't know it like that.
I understand what you mean.
I see it. I'm like, yeah, that's the Deli Aisle. But I'm like, do I know everything that's there? Not really. I like it sometimes when I go in. I just don't bother remembering the products.
Yeah.
I really like the horns on this track and on the whole album. I also really like the drums, like the drum beat in particular.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's
the drummer in this band goes crazy.
Yeah, they have a nice, intricate rhythm that's not too flashy. It's just the right kind of. It just does the job the way it's supposed to.
I can 100% agree with that. At first I was like, when I would listen, I think it was the third song on this album. When I first listened to it, I was like, the horns were fading in the background. I was just focusing very intent on the drummer, and it kind of made my first experience kind of weird because it didn't sound right. But after the third listen through, I'm like, damn, this is smooth. It's smooth feel,
It's smooth and horny.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's really horny.
That's the other thing. It's horny. I said the horn section, but we're talking about the horn section.
Okay, I would describe this music as this isn't taxi cab. This is loving music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
This is
a different album Isaiah gave me.
Wait, what? I was referencing R. Kelly taxi.
What? No, Isaiah gave me a literal Love and Music album.
I did. It's called that. It's literally called that.
This is. I don't even know.
That's
I think give
Music
it to
Soul
Zach,
Child.
too.
Look,
Oh yeah.
they say good habits die hard. What about bad ones?
They live on.
Look, in the documentary, when he's like, "Stop the world," is like, every guy can relate to like when you're looking at the bad bitch and you're like, "Damn," and I'm like,
Man.
No,
And then he goes into the trumpet solo. It's like, man, am I really? Am I really the same people? Are we on the same
Oh, they
earth?
haven't even
Look.
gotten to Stop the World.
Yeah,
not gonna lie, this whole album, the first listen through, like kind of was like, it's R&B, which sounded my racism was like sounds the same as the other R&B. Which I got more appreciation out of it listening to like the documentary, and I have more perspective. But Stop the World is just like, yep, that's Isaiah. I'm simply not horny enough to identify with this album.
It makes me feel sort of bad. I'm sorry we're skipping ahead, but like, damn, it's like, damn, I'm really.
Look, we're gonna start
like,
with Bad
what's
Habits, which is
crazy
horny. I gotta
what's
talk
crazy-
about.
I'm definitely horny enough. I'm not lustful enough.
Oh,
Hold
And,
on.
You calling me lustful?
Yes,
You are.
Yes,
Oh my
yes,
God.
yes.
Tell your dad that too. Isaiah
Yeah.
is raised a lustful person.
Yeah,
I'm
Isaiah.
not sensual enough.
There
Is
you
it-
go. I take that.
no.
I take sensual.
Well, that's like it's a deadly sin.
Yes, Isaiah
You're-
Definitely a
All right,
sinner.
all right. I take
Yeah.
sensual as definitely.
No, definitely a deadly sin.
That's great. I'm just a deadly sin, bro.
Like a tornado.
Just a deadly sin, man.
No, I'm saying that
Today is beyond the sin.
no.
Like, we all look, you're more than just lust, but
Call me
you
a
are
mere
lust. Arden.
sin.
One of the things you are is lust.
Look. There is lust in me, but for me, this has always been more sensual rather than sexual, in my opinion. And I
Dude,
think you can make a difference between the
The
two.
second lyric is
And-
the first line in Bad Habits is "Make me crazy, don't speak no sound." The second line is "I want you to prove it to me in the nude."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I will say. Now, I want you to
How
imagine.
is that not
See, look, you
sexual?
gotta understand. This album's from 2009. I have had it since then. I have been listening to it since then.
How old were you in
Wrong.
2009?
Okay, but how is that not?
I was
sexual?
10.
That's formative.
So, that's what I'm saying. This is, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying that that's not sexual. Not at all. I'm just saying, give some perspective.
It's
So
more
what?
sensual than sexual.
Yeah, because like, look, I'm a little 10-year-old kid. I don't know about sex, bro. I didn't know. Like, I didn't know he said nude, but like, I never made the connection that he was like talking about like sex and shit. I used to think he said where it says it's like make me crazy. I thought he said make me queasy. Don't speak no sound. And what I thought he meant by queasy was like I want you to make me uncomfortable with this feeling because it's so powerful. That's what I thought he was saying, like make me queasy. But no, he was saying make me crazy.
Yeah, make me queasy might have been a better lyric there. Not gonna lie.
I kind of like it more, right? I think I still sing it as queasy. But yeah, I agree with everything everybody said. I think only one thing I point out when he gets to the second bridge and he's like, "You're my bad habit, baby. You're mine. You're taking my soul down to the letter O." Okay, that part right there, that always got. I'm like, yes, yes. What is this endeavor?
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know what this means for me.
Young and that's Endeavor being like, man, I'll never be number one.
Yes, I'm Endeavor and Isaiah is about like if there's no.
Okay, but All Might, got Jesus did. So
I don't know what's gonna happen, Isaiah. Listen.
No spoilers.
Oh, but yeah, I really like this song, and as you can see, it's the uncut. So like that,
uncircumcised.
yes,
Gotta flex on them.
No.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you.
So I'm pretty sure this song ends like if you listening to the radio cut, it probably ends at about like 4 minutes in, where it's like that I can't control the feeling like it'll end there and then like fade out. But like with this, it comes with the whole essentially like extra minute and a half, which I think is good. But if you're not used to listening to this song, I'm sure it could drag on a little bit because you kind of just like waiting for the next song. Then again, there's enough going on with the instruments that it never personally dragged on for me.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I none of the tracks on here I felt were like overstayed their welcome. Honestly,
I didn't feel that way until I sat here for 3 hours listening to this on loop.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I mean, that
And then you're like, let me get the cold, please. Speaking of which,
Look, Cold is the best song on the album.
I can't
I-
argue with that.
I could agree with you. Yeah, it's so good,
Well,
I-
it's so good. Cold
So
is actually
cool.
really good though.
and it's one of the
Mm.
least popular ones on the album too.
It's the
Mhm.
most
Crazy.
technical one.
This-
I remember
it's-
liking
I
Cold
love-
actually
it's so
more than the
jazzy.
opener.
This
I
is
remember
what
liking Cold a lot.
made me think of like older music. This song.
Mm-hmm.
This definitely gave me the old vibe.
If anything was funky, it was this one to me. Like this one's the best.
Yeah, this
My
album.
favorite.
I'm not sure how many songs. Maybe 2 songs enter my regular YouTube playlist where I've just been chucking random songs these days.
Mm.
A good couple enter my cafe music playlist.
Let's go. I'm gonna be fucking in that cafe.
That's,
Oh God.
Oh my
I'm not
goodness.
deny anything you said before.
The cafe, there's no
Anything we
walls.
said.
Yeah,
That's
Cold
not the
definitely-
issue.
Oh, look, the cafe I make, I'll have a bedroom just for you.
Don't make it the damn Boondocks restaurant, please.
Might be
The
what it
better.
is.
I still can't believe they did that.
Look, but it'll be
Such
just
a
for you. Like,
genius idea for
you
like,
walk in the, my establishment, you
a
bring a
plot for
special
an
customer with you.
episode of a show.
Mm.
and you say, for 2, and then you look at me and I smile and I wink and I know what you want. Like, it's good. And first, you have your meal and everything. I get you my coffee, home brew. Get you the egg sandwiches and stuff we make, and a little dessert. And then I'm like, all right, your room over here. And then you're like, thank you. And I open up part of the wall. And some of the customers there are like, oh my God, they're just surprised and shocked.
Mhm.
And it's a dark room. It's just one bed, maybe king size or something, with these nice fluffy pillows and a bunch of just candlelight inside.
It's gotta be the circular bed. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Not the Goof Troop jelly circular bed. Not Goof Troop, Goofy movie.
There are petals around to it. There might even
Candles.
be yeah, candles everywhere.
For
Right.
Isaiah, definitely candles. That's a
No,
weapon.
yeah, I said there's no lights except for candlelight in there, and then the customers see this door, like the wall slide open. Isaiah and their guests walk in, and then it just closes.
They're like, yo, what?
And then see, there's only one internal speaker, so then they hear I switch on the Maxwell, and I play the whole album. And then once the album's over, I change the music back, and then a few minutes after, you and your guests walk out, and we shake hands. We're like, yeah, it was nice seeing you again. Come whenever you want. The room is just for you.
Damn, I only get 37 minutes.
I want to go home, man.
Have customers.
That's
Yeah, we could do.
crazy.
Could put on the next playlist too.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Crazy, bro.
Was this
Yeah.
the song that in the documentary they talked about like throwing the microphone out the window?
Yes,
and recording it
sir.
down?
Get the
Because
window
that made me think of this, Isaiah.
Let me see. Oh my god. I remember exactly what that's from.
Like at first I was like, this is R&B, and then I watched the
Mm.
documentary like this is overdeveloped R&B,
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
which I guess it worked for Cold because it's hella technical and cool. Some might even say cold.
Yes, sir. Oh, I see what you did there.
Mhm.
Oh,
But other than that, some Raji Baba jingle man vibes.
Yes, sir.
Gee, Baba.
this makes me want to listen to what the fuck is his name? Oh my god, I'm forgetting.
R. Kelly.
No, not R. Kelly. It was someone else that Isaiah. It was it was their second album, I think. Second album I chose.
Gregory Porter?
No, then it was the third. It was he did the music for Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, D'Angelo.
D'Angelo. I want to listen to this like a lot more D'Angelo now.
Mm.
Just do it.
Look, D'Angelo, I love Maxwell, but D'Angelo, he turning up the crank to 11 every album. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like,
You know what? In my cafe, when the customers hear Jones in My Bones, they know.
they know.
They
They
know.
know what's going down. But yeah, I love Cold. This is the windshield wiper song I've been talking about I always reference.
Yeah.
And I remember, so like the thing with both my parents is like they'll like listen to. I think they played like Bad Habits and Pretty Wings in the car like a lot. Like I hear Fistful of Tears a lot, playing Possum a lot. And I hear the rest too, but maybe not as much. But Cold, I never remembered really hearing in the car. It wasn't until I downloaded the album for myself that I was, Phoenix Rise I never heard in the car. But Cold was when I was like, when I first heard it immediately, I was like, whoa, how have we not played this before? And so like once I got like my own device that I could plug into the car and like put the aux on, I'd always put this on. Like if I was playing like Maxwell or like my music or whatever. And so this was my favorite song for a bit off the album back then. Is it still? It could be, but I can't divulge that.
It's not.
It's up to you to decide.
It's not. You fucking. I can feel the smile on your face.
I'm actually
radiating.
I wasn't smiling until you said that. Actually,
because you were trying to lie to yourself.
Yeah. Look, I like Cold. I really like Cold. And it, like I said, it was my favorite song.
But
at one point in time, and I still really enjoy it. It's hard for me in general just to pick a favorite song out of these. There's some I know for sure aren't, and it's not because they're bad, but I just know like I'm not about to be like, you know what? Let me put that on. You know, it's really 2 songs like that on the album that I feel like that. I'm curious if y'all can guess what they are.
It's definitely the ones I put in my playlist.
Damn. No, but I like Cold. I like Cold a lot, and yeah, like when I heard the first time I watched that documentary and he talked about lowering the microphone at like 10-story window, I was like, that's crazy.
That's
like
so funny. Yeah.
I was like, I can't imagine. Like, could you imagine being across the street to see? It's like, is that a mic? Like,
I think I would instantly recognize that guy's making history. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm like, who do you know who does that, right? And so like they talked about that. They talked about the formation of the song, which I thought was really cool. Like how they kind of had like inklings, but once Maxwell took it home, it turned into something completely different. Yeah, I love what they made. I really do. I think the horns are fantastic in this record. Just all the instruments throughout this, I really love. But it really hits in Cold, like hits like a brick, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Or hits like
a brick.
But yeah, I love Cold, and I'll glad to hear y'all thoughts on it. Any words before we move on?
It's so good. Pineapple.
Pineapple.
So cold.
That is, pineapple is a word, you know.
How can you be so cold, bro?
Like, how can you be so cold? Well, you know, Dante's Inferno, they said the devil was cold and frozen even because he had some wings. Now they weren't pretty.
God damn it.
They were there.
I knew this is where you were going with
we
that.
fit trainer stretch our legs. That's a big ass stretch.
That's Olympic gold medal stretching.
So I want to say it's pretty good. I think it's my favorite. Cold.
Yeah, I'm glad it's someone's favorite.
Pretty Wings.
Yeah,
Pretty Wings.
My favorite too.
Yo, let's go.
Might be favorite. I'm not sure, but
okay.
I got some at the, you know. I got some things to say, you know.
Okay.
We'll leave that for later.
He hates Cold.
How do y'all feel about Pretty Wings?
Out of this album, it's mid.
That's very interesting to hear that.
Even though apparently it looks like it's really popular on here.
That is pretty much the definitive song of the album.
Those TikTokers and they're horny.
That's not even TikTok.
Look, this song did not make it onto the cafe list. I'm just saying, it's kind of relatively mid.
This was pretty alright. I liked it. It was nice and slow and like kind of not slow so much as like it sort of built on itself.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It became kind of more complex as it went.
Whoa.
Adding more and more, like the horns keep coming in stronger as it goes, which I thought was pretty cool. This is the kind of song where right at the beginning I'm like, yeah, I guess I would say kind of mid on it, but by the end of the song I'm grooving to it. You know, it catches me somewhere in between, and then by the time it ends, it's like this is the end of the first 3 songs. Y'all, you talk about that.
The Black.
Justin Trudeau.
The Black. Yes.
I got 2 things to say. The main part where they go, I don't like that.
Pretty Wings. What?
So I don't like that.
Pretty wings, yo, pretty
Everyone's
wings,
allowed to have their own
alright.
opinions, but that one's also a little bit wrong.
I don't like the part where they say pretty wings, so I don't like Pretty Wings. And 2, the music video is just people touching. That's all.
Oh,
Touching.
You ever get
There's kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, maybe I don't need to link to Pretty Wings.
I
Look,
think
look. I looked at the video because it's playing right now, right? And right when I looked, the entire screen is just thighs and then hands crawling through it.
oh,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna need to take a look at this video.
I'll link it.
Yeah.
Look, okay. I'll send the screenshot of what I saw in a second.
Pretty wings, your pretty wings, your
Analyze this music further. You know what I mean?
I
I
know.
think for me, I think because it's placed right after Cold, there's a little bit of a like a whiplash, but I'm chilling. I like Pretty Wings.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
You could tell me that's 4 like hot dogs stuck in between the couch cushions, and I would believe you.
You actually like if you ever make a video out of this, you cannot pull up the clip. Can't be done. TOS against TOS.
Look at the
President Maxwell says that's sexual.
bro. He's making I know he's singing and
He's
I know
coming.
he's sitting on. That's what it looks like. That's the.
No, the thing is,
I'm not-
before the thigh scene comes up, he's singing, leaning on the wall and singing, and then he turns away, and then it goes to the thigh. He's looking at the thigh.
Oh look, trust me, Kamil, I know. I watched this video was included in the album. So this and the documentary were included. So I watched both. Especially there's a time I didn't have cable. Well, when I first didn't have cable, and we weren't used to it yet. And I was like, okay, what do we have on iTunes? I was just looking for anything to watch. And so I downloaded those videos at my Nana's house, the 5 Days of Black and the Pretty Wings video.
Oh my god.
And so
That's
I
also
watched-
formative.
Yeah, yeah. And so I watched those along with what did I had the first episode of the Cleveland Show because it was free.
If your formative years, if your sexual experiences are all the Pretty Wings music video, and everyone's flying, that's insane.
It's not.
Yeah, again, Endeavor sitting at the gap is I can't live the same way Isaiah does.
No, it's not. Or I didn't because as a kid, I didn't really understand what that meant. I guess in terms of the sexual nature. I didn't
Why?
comprehend that. Damn,
Why?
I said I'm lying. No, because it definitely affected me in the way that I was always open because y'all know I love ballads, I love love songs, and that's been trademarked since I was young, and because I listened to songs like Pretty Wings, and so I was never shy in liking girls. I guess I was shy about maybe who I like. But I was never shy about the fact that I like girls, even when I was young. When it was seen
in there.
What did you just say?
You were never shy about getting in there.
I was 10. First of all, second of all,
Think that matters?
do you think this is Pootie Tang? No,
We still need to watch that movie.
you do. But yeah, that definitely affected me, and so when I saw these, I didn't pick up on them as necessarily sexual. I definitely knew it was something more intimate. I picked up on that as a kid. But I was just on some level I was still kind of oh, they're just together. They're just they want to be near each other.
I totally get that. Look, come on, man. It's just it's a good time. Yeah, I understand that.
And so it wasn't until much later that when I started having these conversations with people, I was like, damn, I listen to a lot of very sensual, heavy emotion music. I'll never forget the day I was telling Katie, I was like, man, no one really listens to the music I listen to. And she's like, okay, what do you listen to? I put on Barry White. And she was like, Isaiah, this is very sensual. And I was like, is it? Because I didn't know. I just didn't. This is what I grew up on.
I think you must have been I don't want to say desensitized to that nature of the songs, but it's definitely I guess warped your perception on what's
y'all remember
normal.
in Hercules when Hercules goes as Square and destroys all those columns? That's Isaiah, but with music.
That's when he's still skinny, right? In the beginning.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's you. You're oh, I don't know my strength, pops, and he fucking. Sorry, continue.
No, it's okay. But to get back to the song itself, I really like this song. This song is in a lot of in a lot of African American households, I can't speak of everyone, of course, because not everyone has the same experience. But to those of us that grew up on R&B, listen to R&B, this song is like everyone knows it. Even my friends in Champlain that I talk to is like, oh, you know Pretty Wings, especially people who are like into singing. It's like, yeah, of course, I love Pretty Wings, and I think that comes from R&B. It's kind of stemmed in ballad as well. So that's what we listen to a lot and enjoy the most sometimes, because they you hear some of the most expression in those songs because it's coming from their heart. And while that I do feel the expression a bit here, like I definitely do, but I'm just thinking about Maxwell's other work, and it's like there's definitely times he's been a lot more expressive. But pushing that aside, this is a song I know at the very least a lot of my friends also grew up with, who were in completely different areas of the country. Like I have friends from Boston, friends from the South, friends from the West Coast as well. You know, just like, yeah, like Pretty Wings, like we know this song, we grew up on this song. And so to hear it being mid is actually an interesting take, but I think it's because I don't think the ballad is viewed quite the same in other genres as it is in R&B, in my opinion.
Well, I'll tell you straight up. When I was a kid, my dad would play, like, I don't know how it is for y'all, but my dad would play me a lot of his music, you know, and one of my bands at the time was the Monkees. And I liked the Monkees, but I was like, man, why is every song by the Monkees about girls? I don't even like girls.
See,
as a kid, I was the total opposite. So I was like looking for more songs that were just about like stuff other than love, you know?
Yeah.
So, I guess that's why, like, even nowadays, like, a lot of the stuff I listen to is just not as much. Although, you know, nowadays, I get it. I get it now. I get why there's so many songs about love. It's like such a huge part of being a person, you know, and it's relatable to, you know, almost everybody.
I think everyone's just kind of basic and not trying.
I mean, but there are some very complex love songs, but there are a lot of basic love songs. Well, but regardless, I think my perspective as a kid shaped a lot of kind of music I listen to now, which is, I think, partially, maybe more than partially, a reason why a lot of these songs don't hit with me the same way they hit with you.
No, I thank you for that. And like that's it. That's exactly. It's almost like kind of what I imagine when like when I was talking about it earlier. What are you gonna say?
Girl could be good, but it's just not. It's just not well.
Yeah. When I say doesn't hit with me, that doesn't mean I don't enjoy it.
No, I know, I understand.
I just want to make that clear.
Songs about love are good, but Pretty Girls, I don't know that chorus. That's not it. It's not it.
He's not saying pretty girls. He's saying pretty wings.
I know Pretty Wings. I mean, shoot. Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Listen, we pretty.
Isaiah, you would never understand.
We were pretty. We are pretty. You know what I don't understand? I need help. Somebody.
Are we done talking about Pretty Wings?
Yeah.
Please
move on preemptively.
No. Look, we can be done with Pretty Wings. You know,
this is my favorite song.
Yeah.
Help Somebody. Actually, no. I remember. This is my second favorite song.
Wait, are we on Help Somebody already?
Yeah, we are.
I really like Help Somebody.
This is a short album.
Yeah.
Help Somebody is in my. Did make it to the playlist.
Let's go.
Yeah, I really like this one as well.
This could be the best song of that album.
Okay.
But it's not Cold. How could you say that?
Cold's also. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, because I said Cold might be. But I don't know. Like, Help Somebody's also really good.
I think Maxwell planned it because he put the really good song. Look, intro, good song. Right? Bad Habits, it does what an intro does. It slowly builds into kind of the feel from like a slow start. Shows you what the album's all about, and then hits you with Cold, powerful song. And then Pretty Wings, you know, kind of mid, but it's a filler. Contrast with Cold, and then they hit you again.
That's a filler.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Maxwell sandwiched Pretty Wings with the two best songs of the album because Maxwell understands how contrast works.
That's fucked up because he definitely understands how contrast works, but it's not because it's mid. You mid.
Here's the thing: I hear the dog. Yeah, I hear the what? We are exploring, unless that's Chopper. Anyway, it's a good song. Help Somebody goes crazy. I think this has the best percussion in the album. Or the
Percussion
one that-
means drumming.
Yeah, the
Anything
rhythm,
that
the
you
beat.
hit.
Yeah,
to
anything
make
you
the
hit. Yeah,
music.
like xylophones are also percussion.
Mm-hmm.
piano is a string instrument. Think about that. Shit. What's it called? It's the one where the percussion got like I was in a trance. I like it. Me like, and it's got like I don't even know. I guess I'm not literate enough or studied enough to like makes me nostalgic or something.
Song got cool energy to it.
Yeah,
I agree with everything y'all have
it's
said.
smooth. It's cool. It's what's up?
The smooth?
Yeah.
No, it's maybe it's a bit more slick.
Slick. Yeah. It's slick and yet gritty as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got a bite to it.
Powerful song.
Intense. Really,
Yeah.
really makes me want to schmoove.
Want to schmoo?
Yeah.
Does it make you want to help somebody?
Somebody help somebody. Yeah.
Help
Not
somebody.
really,
Give
I'll
them the
be
dick.
honest.
He said not really. That's fair.
It makes me feel like somebody needs help and there's nothing I can do.
I am a bystander.
Mm.
There's some really cool guitars in the song too.
Yes, sir.
Like electric guitar. But they're kind of in the back seat, which is well done.
Mm-hmm.
With the horns up front, you know.
Mm-hmm. Put the horns up front.
And the pianos up front. And then got the guitar in the back, which is good. It's a good use of the backing electric guitar. I really dig that.
I think the guitar specifically pairs very well with the vocals on this song.
Yeah, I would agree.
And like, yeah, I agree. I think I agree with everything y'all have said about this song. I really like this song.
It's better than Pretty Wings.
Eat my ass. It's a good song. Nah, because he might be right. Honestly, I think it's just up to preference. I think the message is far more unique than Pretty Wings, and I like what he's saying a lot more than Pretty Wings. But
Yeah.
I might put Pretty Wings on personally before I put on Help Somebody if I'm in like a car.
Because you're down horrendous.
Fucked up. Because I'm depressed.
No.
Not the
I think
no.
that's it's interesting.
Like, because the whole message of Pretty Wings is he's imagining his love almost like a dove. I don't know why I said a dove, but like a bird. And so like he's letting that bird go into the air, and they're so pretty because like they're the wings of his love, essentially. You know, that's what the pretty wings are. And like, you know, that's a simple enough concept to wrap your head around. But here's the thing about Help Somebody is that it also has a relatively simple message. You know, it's about lending a helping hand to the point where it's like, I can't be selfish anymore. Like I need to help somebody, you know. And I love the part where he's like, if you see the future, ask it if I'm there, you know. And he's like, I think that's interesting because it's like what he's asking is he's like, did I ever make a stand? Did I learn from what I went through? He's trying to get help so that he know, like he wants help from this person, like this imaginary person who can see the future, to know that he helped the world, you know, or like just help people in some way. Did he do something? You know, that's what he wants to know. But like, I just like that little line. And it's bare bones, just like help somebody, like, you know, just do that. You know, you're supposed to. You got to lend a helping hand. I especially like when he talks about this song in the documentary. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that track. I do really enjoy it. It's definitely one of the ones when I downloaded the album as a kid. I was like, oh, this is good too. Hold on, we don't be playing this as much. Let me put this in a rotation.
Yeah, put it in the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing quite stopped the world like the next track.
Ah.
Oh, see, this is a good intro. I thought before I watched the documentary, I thought this was your favorite. I thought Stop the World was your favorite because it was the most like, I don't even know. It's like, let me talk to you. It's that kind of song. You know
let me talk to you.
like, you know, like I don't know
exactly what you mean.
You know what I mean? Okay, thank you. I am glad I got it. Stop the world, baby. Listen, I ain't about that, but I am, but I ain't. It's It's a good song.
Sorry.
Got that slow going, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This song, good song, definitely better than Pretty Wings.
That I can agree with. I think "Stop the World" is better than "Pretty Wings."
Stop the World did make it onto my list, and the cafe music.
Let's go. And if this was it,
I think he kind of did, in a lot of ways, achieve exactly what he was going for with this song, based on what I remember from the documentary.
Yeah.
To describe the feeling of what it's like when you're like, damn, that's a bad bitch. Yeah, he did accomplish that.
Essentially, yeah, it's like when you meet that one and like everything just stops.
Wait. This is like the movie Slow Mo when they see the people walking by and they're like, yo.
Yes.
But in real life.
The slow mo and they see that man order fish and hot chocolate. And they're like, damn.
No, it's over. Most Def, why? You have anything else, bro? Literally, get the local diner special with fucking hot chocolate. Fucking Jesus Christ. But she always uses milk and cream for you because she thinks you're sweet.
What?
Oh, you don't know? Oh, we picking Alicia Keys next then. What's up? All right.
Your dad was right.
Damn. You know, I was giving y'all props on Alicia Keys too. I said, no, they probably know some Alicia Keys. Mary J, no.
I know Alicia Keys, but I don't, know all of the times where she talks about how to recognize the signs of when she wants to get it. So I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's not.
That was such a backhanded apology.
You're right. I don't apologize.
Yeah, look, that's fine. I was like, you definitely don't have to apologize. Yeah, I like Stop the World. I like it. I've definitely I've been in that moment before. And it's a really nice. I've definitely, I know what this song is talking about. I've been there. I know what that moment is when just everything kind of slows down. It's something that I think I haven't really watched. It's something that I haven't really seen portrayed. I think as powerful as it is in a lot of visual media. But I think this song captures it pretty well. And it's a really nice feeling because everything stops. What I would be interested in hearing is kind of like an aftermath to the song, like right after the moment. Because he's kind of talking about both the moment where you meet someone and the world kind of stops, but also when you're just with someone and the world stops. He kind of talks about both, makes them seem like they're almost the same thing. They're not the same thing. Because when you're with someone and the world stops, there's just sort of this calming effect. Like you feel like everything's okay. Like nothing else matters because you're in that moment. Your souls are intertwined and everything. It feels like life has more meaning almost. But when you meet someone and the world stops, the second that moment ends is a bit of fear. Actually, there's a lot of fear because you don't know if your world is ever going to stop again like that. So you kind of want to, talk to that person and not necessarily capture that feeling, but know that like, damn, like you make my world stop, and I don't know if I'm ever going to meet someone like that again. So you want to get to know them, but there's always the possibility that they're going to say no, they're not going to like you, things aren't going to work out. And so there is that fear that comes afterwards. I think it'd be really interesting if he also talked about that in the record. But I think for what he is talking about, I think it's still really good. Yeah, I really like this song. I'm pretty sure this is one we played in the car a lot. So like Bad Habits. So like before I also started playing the music in the car, it was like Bad Habits for sure, Pretty Wings, Stop the World. I think Help Somebody we play a little bit. Yeah. I really like this song. I do. And I think it does a good job describing what it's talking about. If anyone has any more thoughts,
makes me feel bad.
You hit some points that make me feel like the pick related.
Yeah,
Shit.
It's like, damn,
man.
damn.
damn.
Coco's go crazy. That's all I gotta say about that.
Wait, what did you say goes crazy?
Coco's, because that's where I had mine.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You
Love
know,
you.
I was gonna try to make a transition.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean to take that
Love
away
you.
from you. I just-
No, that was
That was perfect.
Hey, I love the way you. How do you feel, Maxwell? You know,
Mm.
I don't really remember this song. Hold on.
You know, something I forgot to mention.
Mm-hmm.
This man's speaking voice is very different from his singing voice.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
I forgot,
100.
like, because
Mm.
I put on the documentary and I was like, "Who's speaking?" Oh, it's him
Mm.
right away. I was like, "Oh, damn!"
That
Because I'd already listened to the album before I watched it. I was like, "Oh, he does not sound the same at all."
that's why he feels older, authentic, because that was a trend back in the 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s, like in that time of like R&B play. Like my mom said it straight. She was like, when I came to the States, my thing was this is what my mom said, higher pitched African. No, she didn't say African American. She said higher pitched black men. That was what it was going on. That was like Teddy. All these people, they had the high pitch. Listen. It's what it is. That was just a trend back in the day.
Mm.
That was like the musical like meta, I guess.
The meta.
The meta of making music.
R&B meta.
Yeah,
Might could be.
but you
It
know,
could be.
it's a good song.
Mm. Yeah.
Does he still make
Love You is
music?
cool. Yeah, I like
Oh yeah,
that.
he does.
He has a song called Off.
I'll get into that.
So good.
I'll get into that a bit at the end when I talk a bit more about the album and its naming. But yeah, y'all have any thoughts about Love You? And if not, that's fine. I'll just talk about it for a bit.
Again, the rhythm. Well, the rhythm is a bit simpler in this one, but it's really driving the song. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's
Kind of motivational.
yeah, it's keeping it going. This is like a moving song. You know, when I say that, I don't mean specifically that it makes me want to move. I just feel like the song is going somewhere. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's got that upbeat kind of rhythm to it and vibe. Yeah, it feels positive, you know. It's got the positive vibe, and it's about loving you, you know. It's about
Mm-hmm.
how do I quantify? I mean, I guess that's like what the song is trying to do,
Yeah.
is quantify how much he loves whoever he's singing to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I saw a pretty good song, kind of chill, good driving song.
I can agree with that. Well, I can't agree with that because I'm not a driver. Scott is gonna kill me.
Yeah,
Good.
This is
no,
probably
he
the best
only
driving
says that to
song.
me.
Good driving song, especially like night. Obviously, kind of whole vibe. Even maybe a good Jersey driving song, which is like the orange lights and stuff.
Yeah. This.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
come? How come Scott doesn't get pissed off at y'all for saying these things?
What do you
Isaiah
mean?
already apologized.
What about Camille?
I
Camille
drive.
has his
has driven
license.
before.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Camille Ben had his license.
I don't know how I feel about Kamil
How did I
driving.
not know that?
Get good. Zach, no, you were just not.
Get good.
We were saying before that you don't drive.
No, I don't like driving, but I can and I have.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I have the ability. Look, I get I dissociate when I'm in the car, so it's not good.
I see. That's my biggest fear of driving because I definitely see that happening.
Which is why,
Yeah.
look, plus I get like dysmorphia because I'm in the car and it doesn't feel like it's my body.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like bikes and motorbikes because that's smaller, so it feels like it's my body.
Yeah, it feels more like an extension of yourself.
So I can manage that. The car doesn't. So I will center the car where I can see. And that means I'm in the other lane.
Yeah,
in the middle of the road. I was gonna say.
So yeah, cars have just bad design. So, but I can't drive.
yeah. I'm trying to. I'm worried that like
Also, just don't keep attention too well. So
I have not gotten into an accident yet, but
I got pulled over.
could almost have a couple times.
Almost have.
Yeah. When I say almost, I mean real fucking close.
You gotta have
But-
them, and then they're just you learn from them, and they won't happen again.
See, I
Hopefully.
don't know about that.
Look, you show them the gun and then you start the fun.
Because
Hey.
blame it on the ADHD or whatever, but I definitely think the ADHD runs in the family. And this is a bit of a tangent, but my dad would tell me that when his dad would drive around, his dad was like big into airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
My grandpa, I never met him, but apparently he was big into airplanes. He could identify like a plane just from the ground, and sometimes a plane would go by while he's driving, and he would like be looking out the window, like, and he would be like looking at, and the car would start to like go into the next lane, and all the sons in the car would be going, Dad. He'd be like, oh yeah, it'd just straighten out.
Mm.
But I'm like, oh, this shit definitely runs in the family. Fuck. So I'm worried about shit like that, man. Like, I'm not into airplanes, but like seeing some shit,
Yeah, there's a tomboy just walking by. Zach's
it's over.
See, Zach, I understand, because for me, it's music. I don't think I'll ever have the radio on in my car. I really don't think I will, because the car, funnily enough, the car is the place I associate with music the most.
Yeah.
you're in there. Yeah.
In this, because like I think I try to do it less when I'm with other people, and that includes y'all. But when I'm with the family, I'm singing every song that comes on the concert. Me, my dad, and my sister. My dad's a really good driver, so he's able to like do both. But sometimes he will just like stop singing and focus on the road. But me, I'm like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna stop singing. I don't know, because I get in there and I start closing my eyes and shit. And I'm like, can't close your eyes driving.
You can.
I mean, you can, but you shouldn't.
You definitely can't drive for like 60% of driving.
I'm scared.
You definitely shouldn't,
Yeah,
but you definitely could. Y'all gotta learn how to ride bicycles, but like instead of ride bikes, it's drive.
Here's the thing.
I don't even know how to ride a bike.
reverse. I gotta not learn how to drive
I'll teach you
anymore.
how to ride a bike this summer.
Yo, let's go.
Man, that's crazy. Isaiah really put all their riding skill into the one skill.
Don't you ever say
No,
not the mechanical bull riding skill tree.
Yeah, there's no way.
Only one vehicle Isaiah knows.
Yo.
And on that note, let's move on.
Like,
Let's
yeah, I
get back
got
to it.
No bikes, no cars.
but there's no bikes. But I do really like "Love You." I don't know if I love the song. I do like it. I think it's good. When I was a kid, though, this one didn't hit as much for me. This is one of the two that I was just kind of like, like I like it, but it's not. And I like it a lot more now. Like I just like press play on the music. I had it pause for a bit, but I immediately felt myself want to sing along to it because like I do like the song, but I remember just not liking it as much when I was younger. And I don't know. I think maybe just I think I had this expectation back then that love songs had to be a bit slower. Because this isn't necessarily a ballad, but it is a love song. Like it doesn't have like the slowness of like a ballad. And so like I kind of expected that almost. And I was like, it says "Love You" in the title. Why isn't it slow? You can't have the fast-paced love song, but you can. And they're very good, and I like them a lot more now. But you know, I'm over here trying to sing my heart out about a girl that doesn't exist.
I made me think of the Phineas and Ferb intro.
What?
Singing to a girl that doesn't exist.
Hey, give me the monkey.
Just shout, man.
I want to see that animated now. He's just in the intro. But yeah, I do like this song. Now what is he talking about? What is he talking about in this one? Is it? I can feel it. Love can't change you. Love will bring to you. Heaven is the day God sends you here. Hoping that love don't disappear. Yeah, I like this song. And I think this one is just it's just a love song. And like that's I think that's how I feel about it. But it is like the instruments are very good. Like it's clearly more than that. But like that's just kind of how I think of it. Doesn't make me sad like other love songs, which is thankful because I don't want to have a fistful of tears.
Fucking damn.
This is my favorite song.
I knew it.
This, I am not a brazen man. However, this is what it is. This is going on the playlist, which is only going to be one song long.
This is a good song.
This is the beginning of the final third.
Yes, sir. It is true.
This is a good song.
It's a very good song. I agree.
This is the music that I would like play like if it was still in fashion. I would have the stereo over my head as I was standing outside someone's window. This is the music I'm playing. It's like I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to stick my dick in the jukebox.
Please come back.
This
yeah.
the Rick D. That's a very
wild love life, bro. You don't even know.
Well, all I'm saying is that diner went crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
The diner.
Diner.
Not the dino.
They said,
Fucking dinosaurs
Isaiah
now.
does love Jurassic Park.
No.
oh my god.
No, it's over. Oh god. I'm talking about the diner jukebox, man.
The Dino jukebox would be
The dino jukebox, that'd go crazy. He playing the dinosaur music, bro. That shit going.
Everybody get that dinosaur. I'm so sorry. We did. Fistful of Tears, great song, love it. It's my favorite song.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was gonna be someone's favorite song. This and Cold, I kind of felt like this would be resonate with some of y'all. And when Jamil said he didn't, he said kind of like was like Cold wasn't his favorite. I knew that Fistful of Tears was probably the one that he liked the most. But what before I get into it, what thoughts do y'all have? Any particular thoughts on this song besides Jamil?
It wasn't a particular standout for me, but I enjoyed it. I like kind of guitar that comes in and out throughout the. I don't even know. That's a good song.
Yeah, you essentially saying like this wasn't necessarily a standout to you, but it is a good song.
Yeah, there were things I noticed, like the guitar that like kind of comes in every now and again.
Mm-hmm.
Fistful of Tears, like I don't know if he's trying to reference like Fistful of Dollars or something.
Wait,
I'm guessing not. But when I hear Fistful of anything, that's
Germa.
Kind of a gamer.
Well, Fistful of Frags is straight up a Fistful of Dollars reference. That whole game is Fistful of Dollars reference. I don't even know Fistful of Dollars that well. I just know it's a Western. Clint Eastwood, I believe.
Clint Eastwood.
The reason why Fistful of Tears, I liked it a lot. The reason why I liked it is it gave me this might be insensitive to say or ignorant to say, but gave me like Bruno Mars feeling. I don't know. I don't even know how to say it. This is the most, gives me the most nostalgia out of all of the music from this album.
Well, it does make me remember. I think "Love You." I thought I can imagine Anderson .Paak singing it or covering it.
Yeah, I actually thought that too on a re-listen.
I think it's something about the drums and the pacing. I think he already has some songs that have like a similar tone.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could actually say the same about Fistful of Tears. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but I think he would do it differently. But I think he could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Chance, the rapper, doing this.
I saw Chance the Rapper on TV last night.
Chance the Rapper better not blow his nose in the direction of this album.
God damn.
Was that Chance? Chance's fucking sleeves.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Nice.
He definitely has. I'll sneeze. I mean, in the
I'm
direction.
sure. He definitely knows about this album. I'm not gonna say. I'm just playing around a little bit. He better not cover this shit. Yeah, I like the song. I think Zach, to talk about what you said, a fistful of dollars. I think that is kind of what he's talking about. Because in the first line, he's saying feels just like a weight is lifted. How can I repay you? How can I repay you? Helped me understand currency. A fistful of tears I can afford. You know. So it's like, 'cause I go insane, crazy sometimes, trying to keep you from losing your mind. Open your eyes, see what's in front of your face, and save me my fistful of tears. Oh,
This is me right now.
Yeah.
Not the light.
Yeah,
But
I thought this is oh yeah.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I thought at first. I mean, I thought it was a nice song. I still do think it's a nice song.
Mm-hmm.
I thought originally it was more so like a bit more forgettable or like generic song, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The way it plays out, but I still liked it. And then around like the last minute of the song, it kicks into high gear, which is pretty nice.
Yeah,
Nice song.
I agree. I do like that sort of last minute where he just where he like gets the what is that, the electric guitar, I think.
Yeah, to get the guitar in there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. And he just starts going crazy. And he's like, save me, yeah. He's like doing all the stuff, like he's layering his voice on top of the already like the hook that's already there.
Yeah.
I think no, you go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I think one thing I would have liked to see, because this is an older Maxwell. Because I think, how old is Maxwell? He's got to be at least my parents' age. Okay, no, he's not actually. He's younger. He's 48 years old. But even still, he's getting older. And in 2009, he probably he would have been like his 30s. He's a singer, so I don't know. Maybe he just didn't feel the need. Maxwell has really, really fantastic range. His falsetto is incredible. If you don't know what that is, that's like for male singers.
Yep.
That's that very high range that they can get into. If you think one popular falsetto artist is like Prince. If you're thinking like Prince, like you think of like Kiss or like Adore, we saw.
Mm-hmm.
You know that part right there.
So high it cut out.
Discord.
Discord, like, let me save you. But yeah, that's like what that is his, and I'll link this. Of course, this isn't part of this album, but this song that I'm about to link, he does almost entirely. I think actually he might just do it entirely in his falsetto range. And I'm gonna link the live performance because I think it's better than the recorded track. But right from the beginning, you'll kind of, if you listen to it, you'll see what I'm talking about. The song kind of starts at like 30 seconds in, if you want to fast forward, because he talks a little bit.
Let's see.
But if he used more of that.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to bring me into his bed.
He's like the siren.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's definitely what a siren did. I don't trust him.
Yeah,
Probably what they sounded like too.
What could be?
That'd be amazing if mythical creatures
Siren are singing Maxwell style songs.
Yo, if the sirens are just singing, what? All right, so
Isaiah's dead.
It's over. I'm like, is that Maxwell?
I can just
Jumping off the boat immediately.
I imagine
Not
Isaiah
even questioning.
Bro, I gotta go.
Isaiah's tied to the sails, and they're just going, "Let me in, please.
I just gotta talk to him about this one record, please. I gotta talk to him, please.
Let me talk to him.
Please, I gotta talk to him about Till the Cops Come Knocking. I gotta ask how he came up with that record, please.
Talk to him.
I know how he came up with Ascension. Is this all these damn other songs? But yeah, no, I really like Fistful of Tears. I think as I got older, I think I appreciated the not necessarily break up, but like the loss of love songs more than the love song. I didn't appreciate them more than the love songs, but I think I was able to understand them a bit better. Because when I sing this now, I can put my whole heart into it. But when I was a kid, I was just kind of trying to simulate what he was feeling the best I could through what I heard.
You're a Maxwell imposter.
It did.
Sus.
Sus.
I'm the Maxwell cover artist.
This kid has never experienced heartbreak. Sus.
Yes, sus. This kid, that's a crazy statement, but it is true. But I was like, eh. But yeah, I like this song. I like this record. I think it's good. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. I don't have a transition for this shit. Playing Possum is the
Yeah, I like the acoustic guitar.
mm,
It has a very different instrumental vibe.
that's right.
But it's very still clearly him, and it fits really well on the album. It doesn't feel out of place at all.
Mhm.
You know, to the point where I didn't even like realize on the first couple listens that like there was, I think, little to no percussion in the song at all.
Mhm.
There is a little bit, I think, eventually, but yeah, this song is definitely a vibe. An
I can agree with
interesting subject matter as well. I think it's about a very specific kind of issue.
Yeah, where
As opposed to like not that I don't want to overgeneralize, but
no, I understand what you're saying.
like anyone can write a song about loving someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But
Not true.
talking about
Hitler.
okay, thank you.
I'm sorry.
The devil's
He
advocate.
definitely can write a song about loving someone.
Jamil is
Hitler
Anton
loved a
Ego
lot of
before he had the food.
I'm sure Hitler loved a lot of people.
I
He
actually
hated way more.
Wait, actually, you're hella right. He loved type of people so much that he hated everyone else. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my misjudgment on Hitler.
Can we get a quote on that?
Can I
Sorry
get
for
a
my misjudgment on Hitler? Is that what he said?
the
Got him.
clip it animated?
Ship it. Playing Possum makes you feel sleepy, but like in a good way. Like, yeah, tuck me in, Max.
Tuck me in, Maxie.
Tuck me in, Max Goof.
Max. Max, hit the for the caliber.
Max, get the 45 caliber.
I'm gonna be masturbating in the fields, Max.
Very specific. I don't think anyone else.
Max, I don't think I can make it. I can do it anymore.
Max, I can't do it anymore, Max.
I'm gonna end it.
And they're right here. But anywho, continue, Jamil.
No, please. I'm a insane person.
This is not true. But yeah, I really like this song. This is one we played in the car a lot, even before I had downloaded the album myself. And I really like this song. The song is talking about kind of like bringing back a partner that has withdrawn emotionally from the relationship, and they could be doing this for different reasons. They could be doing this for different reasons. It could be because they don't want to create problems in a relationship by saying something, so they just kind of like, all right, I'll just stay like this and like accept it, so they've withdrawn emotionally. Could be because they don't feel like they have enough freedom in a relationship. Could be because like they're not feeling the relationship anymore, but they don't want to say that, so like they've just kind of withdrawn to this place. But he calls it possum plan because it's like kind of like not a common occurrence, but it's habitual. It's a bad habit.
Bad habit.
And because the thing about possums is that they'll fake their death as a defense mechanism, right? And so like his partner's defense mechanism in this case is withdrawing from Maxwell. But he's like, no, come. That's why he starts off, come back from the dead, because he's relating it to that. And just like, he's saying, tell me what's wrong. Like, tell me you're disappointed. Speak your regrets. Like, tell me what tell me what I haven't done and what I need to do, basically. And I think having the acoustic setting for the most part is really good because it really it makes you focus rather, not it focuses you. It makes you focus on him, right? Makes you focus on what he's saying. And it's like that's what he'd hoped to do with this person. And when the horns come in, it's at that point he's done singing. And so like, that could be what I interpret it as is like the aftermath, like after he said everything he can and everything's been left up in the air. The music is beautiful, a little melancholy, but it has an upward momentum so that you hope it goes somewhere, that's really kind of all you can do in a situation like that. And I think it's really nice. I really think it's a really good album. I think it's a good message. I like how he put the possum wordplay in there. I think this is a message people should, try and take to heart because in a lot of relationships, it's hard to express, their feelings when you don't want to say like because you don't want to be unhappy in your relationship, but at the same time, if you see that your partner is happy, you don't want to bring them down with you almost. And so rather than talking it out, they may withdraw, they may become distant, they may just not be themselves anymore. But if like as a partner, if you see that and you notice that, you have to let them know that, this is part of being in a relationship. Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what I need to do, what we can do, what we can build on, to make this foundation better, I think that's a message everyone should take to heart. And so I really like that. I really like this song, what it's saying, and that he put it in this album. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Possum playing. Or well, playing Possum.
I agree.
Yes.
Oh, I disagree though. There's a lot of okay, no, I'm not gonna go into this anymore.
I disagree.
President Race.
I think it's like very like it's very impactful and melancholic. It like sort of closes the album compared to like the last track, which I guess we'll talk to in a bit.
Oh, I agree with that actually.
Yeah. Like I don't listen to this track on its own because like I have trouble processing strong emotions and feelings like such as this. Yeah, it's very powerful, too powerful for me, unfortunately.
Look, I understand. Look, when so during that week that y'all know that bad like week and a half I had where I was like off my medication because I like couldn't get it. I tried putting on some music to feel better. Maxwell was not the one, bro. Oh my god. Like when I tell you I was singing this, I was clenching my heart, bro. Like I felt it. It felt it to my core. And like when I was done, I was like, I gotta turn this off. I gotta like go outside or something. Like,
Isaiah was like, that shit hurt too hard.
No, it like it hurt. I was like, ooh. I was like, no, I can't have this. Oh no.
Walking around the eyes and said, think about it, and you're like, oh no.
Yes, I felt the fear, bro. It was crazy.
Walking around the crib, eyes closed.
And
you hear Maxwell's voice say, look into my eyes, let's talk about it.
And I'm like, oh god.
No, I want to play Possum. I want to withdraw.
I don't know if you want to mention this already, or if it's coming up. If you mentioned this already, or if it's coming up towards the end. But have you already talked about why the album is named Black Summer's Night?
Not yet. I'll talk about it after the next track.
Okay.
Gotcha. Final track.
Oh, if anyone else has anything to say about playing Possum, I don't want to leave without. Anything else?
I agree with everything as they said. I got nothing else to add.
This went into my cafe list. Now I know it's going to give existential dread to anyone who.
Man, whenever I go to this cafe, I'm really sad.
This cafe is playing the most nice but depressing and
Bro, imagine you walk into a cafe like, I thought I was having a good day, but I just started listening to this song in this cafe and I just broke down. Thankfully, he sold tissues at the counter.
What's crazy? You're gonna hear the questions, right? And you're like, bing, bing. They're like, oh, okay, this is kind of fun. If you listen to the lyrics and you're like, oh, I got the questions. And then after the questions, you hear playing pause and you're like, oh, then you have the real question.
There's no answers.
See, you listening to the questions, but then you're questioning yourself right after. You're like, damn, why do I need ID to get ID?
why am I crying in the cafe right now?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy thought.
I had to get. People were like, "Oh, you need to figure out your ID, California license or like, insurance, blah blah." I said something like, "Why do I need ID to get ID?" And they're like, "Yo, this is important." I was like, "I'm sorry."
You're using your Kamil logic on them, and they're like, "We're not fucking having it."
Why do I need ID to get ID?
They just said, like, "You figure this out." I'm like,
Look, you're not gonna take this seriously. It's like, no, I didn't mean it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, they're playing for some good songs. I think it services very well as a closer. Which is why I'm surprised he included the actual closer, Phoenix Rise. I'm curious to know what y'all think about that.
He loves
well
Marvel versus Capcom.
I had an even greater appreciation for it after watching the little documentary.
Mm-hmm.
And the album at large, I guess, because I like that he mentions he's like, they kind of used a jazz philosophy to make the whole album, which is like, know what you're doing, but like improvise a little bit, let things just happen, and it doesn't have to be too rigid.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be too strict about how this shit works. Believe it or not, jazz is not like how it is in Whiplash.
Yeah.
Usually you're supposed to improvise a bit. You're not supposed to be so strict with it.
It's true.
And I think they did a really good job with that on this album. And they just, they recorded what was played, and I think this song really, because it's an instrumental, it has a much greater focus on the instruments, and I think it's really cool. You can hear a lot of the improvisation specifically in this song, like specific parts and solos and stuff. Really cool. I like it. I really like it.
That slap bass.
That slap bass do be slapping.
That is the wrong slap bass.
Down. I'm Maxwell.
Yeah.
I just bit my tongue.
I'm sorry.
That was caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Well, I like it. It's cool. It's smooth. It's ready to go.
It's smooth like an operator.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't talk about Smooth Operator.
Like
what do you mean?
It's the smooth
criminal.
criminal.
Look. I hate Miss Jemison because I like Sade, right? And everybody was like, Sade. That's what Miss Jemison played. And I was like, you bitch.
No, that's not why we don't talk about Smooth Operator.
Oh.
It might have been slightly before your time.
Oh no.
Because the original Weehawken jazz band anthem, the Smooth Operator. That was like the song they knew.
Oh no. You know what? Might be good that was before my time.
Good album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good album.
Want to talk about the documentary?
Actually, no. I just want to mention with Phoenix Rise.
Mm-hmm.
Good song. Like, it's not a bad song or anything, but not gonna lie. Oh, just want to say goodbye.
Danny?
Daniel.
Okay. Goodbye. But when I heard it come on, I was like, what the hell is this?
Mm-hmm. No,
Yeah, because the beginning's got that synth sound.
Yeah, I was like, is this an ad? Is this an ad ruining my mental?
Is this an ad?
And I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing, I guess, but it felt totally different, and I was like, this is a to be continued song, not a closing the album song.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? It's funny you say that. And I'll get into that in a bit. Because it kind of is that, but I won't.
Man,
Like I said, I get into.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. So, well, I'll talk about my opinions on the songs just real quick. I don't think I have too many. What I will say is, as a kid, when I listened to this song, I think it was a little too complex for a 10-year-old. Just because, like, I liked it and I heard sounds, but one thing that hasn't really changed, I don't really like how those synths sound at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You know what? I can agree with that.
Like once they kind of fade out and aren't the main focus.
Yeah, that's when it becomes really good.
Yeah, but like that beginning, sometimes if I don't want to hear it, I'll just skip the whole song. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel you though.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
I think, man, yeah, I just really think the album had a solid end with Playing Possum.
Yeah.
Solid song, solid message, and then Phoenix Wright is just, I don't know, a little extra, but I don't know, if it's the to be continued thing, there's something with it.
Yeah, it kind of like restarts the energy, which is, I feel like, had a nice conclusion with Playing Possum.
Yeah, I can agree to that. Yeah, I do kind of like what he did. I'm assuming it was on purpose. I don't know if it was though. So I like that Playing Possum was an mostly acoustic song, and then Phoenix Rise is purely instrumental. You know, purely like what he's had in the background for the past 7 tracks. You know, besides Playing Possum. And I think that's cool, like just to kind of end it like just with a vocal track and then an instrumental track. I do like the song a lot more now. I think I appreciate it a lot more as a I'm 22 shit. I appreciate it now more as an adult. But like I just had a moment. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, I do enjoy this song. I think I might also lean on that side where it's like I think Playing Possum is like a really good album closer, but I guess he has his reasons. But yeah, I enjoy this song. I think it's a cool instrumental. I'd actually be curious to hear some more instrumentals of just him and like the people he worked with in this group. Like this, I feel like these synths might sound a bit better if this was like in a live jazz club. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Like,
yeah, look, different synths try the same thing. I think it could be better.
Yeah, I agree.
Just a different sound font or something.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what I have to say about that song. You want to talk a bit about the documentary? Do you want to?
Yeah, I did not have time to check it out, so that'd be cool for me.
Okay. I think I tried to work some of his talking points on like particular songs into what I said, like what I said about them. And so I think one of the main things I want to talk about is he says Black Summer's Night is like it's like a 3-part record, right? He's like, first you have the black, then you have the summer, then you have the night. And now, from my understanding, y'all perceive that because this album has 9 songs, y'all perceive that as okay, the first 3 are the black, the next 3 are the summer, and the last 3 are the night.
Yeah.
Like correct me if I'm wrong.
You are correct. That's how I perceived it.
So that's actually not the case. This whole album is the black.
Ooh.
So if you go to Maxwell's discography right now on Spotify, like even if you go to his YouTube channel, the reason that it has 2009 next to it is because Maxwell released Black Summer's Night in 2016. Oh. So that's the next part. This is going to be a trilogy of albums. You know, the third one still hasn't come out yet.
The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, it's not come out?
They're not remixes. They're completely new songs.
Completely new songs. Like it's a complete, and like I have my own opinions about that album, but I won't talk about it now. But yeah, that's
interesting. Yeah, I did not pick up on that.
So they were looking at it. The Isaac, I'm sure you were going to say it, but Black Summer's Night is 2016, so there were 7 years in between.
Yes, sir. And now, here's the thing too. We're in 2022. Maxwell just released the song, a single, off because 2022, 2016 has been about 6 years. And so I'm like, okay, maybe he's done working. Like I thought about this while listening to it this week. I was like, oh, maybe he's actually done with like the last part of the trilogy, or like almost done with it. And so the single he released this last year, now 2021, called Off, which I haven't listened to yet, admittedly. I found an article that said that's actually a single coming off the Black Summer's Night album, you know, that last part of the trilogy. And so that might be coming this year, maybe next year. Maybe he'll keep it like the 7-year gap, you know. But yeah, that's what he's talking about. So this has been a project that's been going on for going to be at this point over 2 decades, which is crazy.
This damn how old I am.
Yep.
Damn.
Hate it. Hate it. But this is I really think that's cool. I like to see like when artists do different things with like albums and whatnot, like they span them across, like they put them in parts or do like a trilogy thing, like all those type of things. Like I remember The Weeknd, very different because he released the album, the trilogy it was called, and it was split into like 3 parts, but it was still like each part had its own like distinct feel. But I think a trilogy of albums, something really interesting. I don't know if I've necessarily seen it done before. I might have and just not have known, but not in this way where they all share the same title, which I think is very interesting. And so that's what he kind of talks about in the beginning. And he talks about like just kind of like his experience creating music, his experience like just like, you know, he like one line that stuck out to me. He said in my experience, you live first and then you create after. And so like for him, at the very least, he's gonna live his life and then like he's gonna create something out of what he's lived, you know, or like what. Yeah, just I think essentially that. And I like that resonates with me. And yeah, he says like that's what works best for him. And I think the reason like y'all I think the reason like it could be a little confusing because his phrasing was like I named the record Black Summer's Night because it's gonna be in 3 different parts, Black Summers and then Night. And this album just so happened to work out that there was a perfect amount of songs on it that you could split it evenly of it 3 parts. Because let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Look, the next song is 12. The next album is 12 songs long. The Summers album. So you know, you could also be doing that like a little thing within but you could be doing a little thing within the albums themselves.
Maybe the next one's gonna have 15 or something.
Yeah, you know, and like that would be sick. That'd be really interesting, especially if like the quality in the songs doesn't suffer. Because like even if you don't like particular songs in this album, I think their sonic ability and like just the instrumentation is there, you know, music, like just musically, I think all the songs are hitting the points I at least think I'd like them to, you know.
Oh wait, this guy's definitely intentionally making it 12 songs because there's a song called Night that's 24 seconds long.
Yes. Yeah, you know, he's definitely doing this on purpose.
So ReZero.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I thought his creative process was interesting, and what I like too is that it doesn't just talk. They don't just talk to him. You know, they talk to the like his technicians. You know, they talk to the different artists, like those who like play on the instruments and whatnot. Like, and what they will do is like when they talk about a track, for the most part, they'll let the instrumental play in the background. And like for me, that really helped me appreciate the instrumental for some of these songs more. Just because I associate them so much with his voice. Like when they're talking about Stop the World, I think, and I hear that instrumental, and like I'm so used to him coming in right at the beginning and saying, "Someone stop the world," yeah. And like I'm so used to that, but when it wasn't there, it was kind of this ambiance that I actually really liked. And I was like, ooh, like this is kind of like just sit with this kind of like not this incomplete feeling, but like this, it's a different type of wholeness. And I think that's cool. So that was just a little note on stuff. Like, I don't even know if that was like intended for me to notice or not, but I thought it was cool. Yeah. But I think the best thing I can tell you to do is if any of y'all have points you want to touch on from the documentary, please go ahead. Just because I'm trying to think of other stuff.
Most of it, I think, was already the things that I would have wanted to touch on were already touched on, either by you just now or over the course of talking about the album, like putting the mic out the window to record the windshield wipers.
Yeah, yes, sir. That was
that one guy's guitar part.
When I cannot describe to you how much him throwing the mic out of the window. When the first time I ever heard that blew my mind. To this day, it still blows my mind because that's really different, you know. Like to just be like, damn, I like how that sounds. I need that so much so that you like, oh, we in this 10-story building, we got the recording equipment up there. Let's run up, toss the mic down, record that, and then make something out of it. Like,
yeah,
I just think that story
I've
in
definitely
itself
heard
is incredible.
some similar story, but I can't put my finger on what it was.
Well, if you remember, let me know because I like shit
yeah.
like
If I do, I'll let you know.
But yeah, I'm glad that like the stuff that you at the very least wanted to talk about, I kind of touched on throughout because that was kind of my intention.
Yeah, that and also like the philosophy of you know making an album that's partially planned but also partially improvised, I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the best way to describe this album, it's an R&B soul album with the spirit of jazz, and you can feel sort of the lived experience through it. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna knock on my door. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this album. So thank y'all for listening. Glad y'all enjoyed what y'all did. I'm thankful for your opinions and looking forward to what we listen to next.
Now hold on.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
I think your favorite song is.
Oh, I mean, this is like, you know, this feels like a kindergarten. Actually, no, that could be multiple songs that Isaiah's song. Never mind.
Isaiah's a big softy, so I'm thinking it's gonna be a fistful of tears.
Damn, that laugh might have been the guilty laugh.
What's the he said laugh? He said. He said. His ass.
Playing possum.
Okay.
You know,
I think Playing Possum is a more powerful version of Stop the World.
I think, you know, I would like it for Isaiah's song to be also my favorite song, but for me, it's between Cold and Stop the World. And I'm going to put Stop the World as Isaiah's favorite song, even though the other one is a pretty good choice, too. Stop the World, that's Isaiah's favorite song.
Stop the World's a pretty good choice.
Definitely help somebody.
Help somebody.
Help Somebody. I think Help Somebody is my favorite.
Help Somebody might be my favorite, but
I think Isaiah. I'm also gonna go with Stop the World.
Okay. So we have one fistful of tears. How many Stop the Worlds do we have? Is it 3?
Yeah.
For you, Jimmy, Scott, you said Stop the World, right?
No.
No,
Help
you
somebody.
said help somebody.
Help somebody.
So 2 Stop the World, 1
And number 5.
Fistful of Tears, 1 Playing Possum.
That's a whack Burger King order.
So can I get 1 possum? Hold the dead, please.
Give me a fistful of heat tier.
That's a crazy secret menu item.
Can I get a fistful of tears with the extra salt, please?
That's
I'm doing the Maxwell relativism because basing off of Pretty Wings, which Isaiah has high opinions on.
This is a hard decision for me. Just because I don't even know if I necessarily have a favorite for these songs. I definitely have favorite songs from this album, but I don't know. To be fair, like after talking about this, Pretty Wings is definitely not my favorite.
What?
As much as I do like it.
Oh, damn.
I'm onto the right track here.
Like if I were to put those songs, like if I had I can't give a top 3 because there's 2, so I give it like a top 4. It's definitely Bad Habits, Stop the World, Help Somebody, and Playing Possum. Actually no, switch Help Somebody and Fistful of Tears. Actually no, but that's hard. Shit, I can't just say that. Top 3 for sure is Bad Habits. No, I can't even say that. Top 2. Ah, shit.
Yeah, make it top 2.
Just choose one. No, just choose one.
Because they're gonna pick between the children. Which one are you gonna keep alive, Isaiah?
What's your favorite one today?
Day to day.
Yeah. What is currently in this particular moment in time?
I have to go to work.
Hitting the best. Yeah, me too.
Your emotions.
Next time we say 7:30, we're starting at 7:30.
I think
No
I'm
offense,
gonna
Kamil.
go with, after some deliberation, some looking inward.
Please.
I think it's Playing Possum.
Yes.
God, fucking God. This is the worst. This is the worst NBA draft I've ever been in.
Because Isaiah's a feeler.
Yeah, you feeler.
This is my track because I know Isaiah has high opinions of Pretty Wings. It's a popular song, has meaning within the community. A lot of people like it. But Isaiah said Stop the World is better than Pretty Wings.
Yeah, that's why I picked Stop the World.
But I like Stop the World too. But in my mind, so Stop the World and Playing Possum were the ones that made it to my cafe playlist specifically. They're similar in a sense. And Playing Possum is just a more emotionally powerful version. Oh, they're different songs, obviously, but in the cafe music, Playing Possum is more powerful. Therefore, it's Playing Possum.
Okay.
You sussed it out.
Yeah, I did the math.
Now, can you also hand in your album club homework? What is the album this week, Kamil or Holly?
It's our homework, really.
Yeah, give us our homework.
So this week, here's the thing. So I had a plan, but I'm not sure how the plan's going because the plan keeps getting interrupted. But
okay,
I think we can either continue the plan or we can take a deviation because it's new year, new music.
Keep the keep the plan. I like no change.
All right.
Whatever your heart feels is best.
What do you think
you'd rather talk about next week?
Plan. That's the answer. I'm picking it.
Not the I.
The correct reaction is the Big Yoshi. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'll take away the Big Yoshi. Plan.
Plan. You're missing some votes. Missing a lot.
Yeah, I'm. Oh damn! All right, I'll go Plan. Because I think that's what I wanted.
Kamil is more spontaneous. New Year, I'm taking away my vote.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Your vote.
Yeah. Hey,
you lose.
Listen. You got to vote still in what you believe in.
It's true.
But you literally didn't believe in it. You voted for the other one. You're just being
no, because I believe it's good. This is better. Anyway, what's the plan, Kamil?
Well, the plan was I can't explain the plan. There's just a vague plan that's been happening.
Okay.
The way music songs are being chosen, but
some tomato juice.
No, it's definitely not tomato juice. It might be, but the album for this week is going to be "Emergency on Planet Earth" by Jamiroquai.
Oh, you put on some Jamiroquai. Okay.
Emergency on Planet Earth, Jamiroquai.
Yep, and I will say there were a couple albums I was choosing between.
This is a double album.
Yeah,
What do you want me to say?
This is 2 hours, Kamil.
Hey, we definitely doing songs in the key of life next then. Let's go.
It should be just like 1 hour.
Yo, what the fuck?
This is 2
No,
hours.
no, I'm looking at it. It's 55 minutes.
Okay. Hold on.
You're looking at.
You looking at like a deluxe version?
Yo,
Yeah, the second. Yeah, there's like remixes and stuff. So it's just the first. Okay, I apologize.
Yo, this
It is just a regular 1 hour album.
Yeah, this is. I'll just get some pre-context. It's the first album, I think, by Jamiroquai, 1990s early.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was considering some different ones, but I decided a while ago that this would be the one. So
let's go. Okay,
I've been
good album. I haven't heard it yet.
I've been meaning to listen to them too. This is finally got a reason to.
But Jamiroquai still making music?
Jamiroquai is still doing stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when their last release was, but it was definitely like, a few years ago.
Cloud 9, February 22nd, 2017.
He's been on stuff. Like he was on I don't know. Yeah, they've been on stuff. The last thing looks like they were featured on, at least got credit for being featured on, was in 2020. Blackpink. Fuck out of here. Alright, I'm sorry.
Blackpink?
Look, I like some K-pop, but some of these groups sound the same. And I get tired.
All I'm gonna say is Jamiroquai's latest album stuff. I think it's whatever you just mentioned, Jamil, like the new one.
Virtual Insanity.
No, that is not.
That's a song for official 4K video.
Yeah, actually, no. Definitely, everyone check that out. Virtual Insanity.
I'm looking at it right now, and he's doing some R. Kelly shit.
What? What are you talking about?
It's like God R. Kelly.
If anyone has not seen that video, that you should watch it. That's extra homework.
I'll do that.
Has anyone not seen it?
I definitely haven't.
What is it called?
I can't believe. I'm just gonna link it. Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai. I can't believe.
It reminds me of Common for some reason. I cannot explain. Actually, no, I can't explain why. Because he has an album called I think it's Electric Mind Control. No, Universal Mind Control.
Wait, maybe I have seen this. Hold on.
I haven't seen it.
Really famous.
You have.
There's no way you haven't seen it.
Okay.
Dude, I live under a rock.
I guess you might not have seen it, but it's pretty famous. Jamil, if you want to put the 4K version, you can, but I don't know how different the 4K version is going to be.
Oh, I know this song. I might have seen that before, maybe in my younger years.
Wait, what? Is this not? Wait, hold on. Is this old? What is this video quality?
2009.
This is an old video. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Do you think that people in 2022 dress like this?
Dude, he has the same hat on forever. He has the same hat. Also, the Jamiroquai official. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We had an incredible 2,000 people watching. He does an AMA in this video. What the fuck?
Actually, wait. The video was made in 1997 or something.
What?
That was
Just
about
saved
right.
it for like 11 years?
It's probably a re-upload. This says Virtual Insanity, right?
Yeah, the Virtual
This
Insanity.
is 2009. I don't know what you're looking at.
Uploaded into the YouTube didn't exist when it got originally created.
Yeah.
Look at this. Yeah, look at this.
It was recognized.
Oh, you're looking at the that's a re-upload, bro.
What?
That's a 4K re-upload.
Does it say that?
Official
no,
4K.
but I am looking at the exact same video uploaded in 2009. So.
Yeah, but it's not a 2009 song or video.
No, I know, but like it either way, it disproves what.
Yo, he's the fucking what? I don't know, guys. Video, but this shit makes me happy. I don't know why.
I'm gonna stop the recording. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Look
Good
at this.
night. Good night,
Look at
people.
Jamiroquai turn into a goddamn
Peace
robot.
out. Goodbye.
That was a fucking terrible ending. Alright, it's Kamil. Thank you folks for enjoying the second episode of our 2022 Album Club selection. This recording was actually made 11 months ago and is finally being edited for release right now in December of 2022. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for listening to this steaming pile of hot. Tune in next time. Bye!